All right, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the CMLL 2004 series. This is episode 23, I believe. Episode 23. I'm Hijo de Amigo. And in this episode, I have no idea what we're about to do. I truly don't know. I'm kind of lying. I've got, let's get straight into it. I'm going to cut off the intro. All right, on the last episode. All right, so you see, if you look at our schedule here, right, we've got these annual event Super Vierneses. So we've got one on week 4 November, and then we've got one week 4 December and week 5 December. And I was saying that I feel like our pay-per-view cycle, like the pay-per-views are a bit too close to one another. They always land on the 4th week of every month, so the turnover time is pretty quick. So what I wanted to do is change things up for not do one in November and push it back till the middle of December. So yeah, it took me a while to figure this out, but I think I know how to do it. So rather than me sitting here trying to explain it, let's just do it. Let's just do it right now. We're gonna click this. We're gonna double click it. Okay. All right, you see here how it says intent normal? We are going to change this to intent tour. And the reason we're doing that is because we have a pay-per-view deal for events, but we also have a highlights deal for tour. So if the event is set to normal, it'll be a pay-per-view. If it's set to a tour event, it'll be a regular Super Viernes, and it'll go in the highlight. All right, so we're gonna make this a tour. Okay, I hope I'm explaining this good. All right, let's take a look here. We've got week 4 December. This is also normal, which means it would be a pay-per-view. And week 5 is tour already, so we don't have to worry about this one. All right, so week 4. I want to change. Oh wait, this is week 4 November. All right, week 4 December. I want to make this a tour show. All right, because that's that's Christmas Eve. Don't know why I had to say that. All right, we're gonna add a new event. CMLL. What are we gonna call this? CMLL. All right, Super Viernes pay-per-view December. Intent normal. All right, so this is going to be not on the 24th, but on the 17th. I should go look at how long the other pay-per-views were. I think everything else we can just kind of leave it the same. We're gonna do special, I think, because if we do every year, I believe, yeah, it's gonna land on the 17th every year, which may or may not even be a Saturday. We could, we're just gonna do special. All right, just special. We're only worried about what's coming up right now. I'm not thinking a year ahead. Okay, boom, that's there. Yeah, can we look at one of the pay-per-views you've already done just to... this is a not pay-per-view. This is not a pay-per-view. Alright, Anniversario's 3 hours. This is 3 hours. Alright, we're gonna make it 3 hours then. Alright, beautiful. Okay, so now that we've got this sorted, I think. Also, yeah, what we're gonna have to remember to do is when this pay-per-view comes up, I believe it's gonna be on the same Friday as a Super Viernes. We're gonna have to remember to not run that show when it comes up. All right, so I think that's cleared. I think we got that set up. All right, I feel like there was something else I was about to say. All right, well, anyways, while I try to remember what that was, let's take a look at the notepad. I see here. I was just like, next pay-per-view. I don't know. I want to run Místico versus Pedro Gual Jr. as the main event of this next pay-per-view in December. I think it's a big enough match to the main event of pay-per-view. We've been kind of slowly building up both of these guys for a while now, so I think now's the time. I also would like to do Hector Garza versus Blue Panther, maybe at the pay-per-view, probably, because well, you see, because we're also doing this trios gauntlet, so if we run this match before the pay-per-view, we could potentially have Blue Panther be in the gauntlet. All right, well, this is tentative. Blue Panther is like slightly under the weight limit, but we'll just change it. It doesn't matter. We're just gonna kayfabe it. It's not the first time we've done that. And yeah, I definitely want to do Wagner versus Shocker. Shocker definitely is a heavyweight, and these two are really over. I just think it'd be a good match. But anyways, let's talk about the aforementioned Trios Gauntlet. I like that word. Trios Gauntlet, maybe Cibernetico, whatever you want to call it. I don't know how many teams this is, but I want to run it like basically I want to just do it as like consecutive matches, you know, like a gauntlet. So it's going to be like, let's say, for example, Los Baja Panties are in the first match and they win. They go on to face the next team immediately after. And then if they win, they go on to face the third team immediately after. Or if that team wins, they continue on. That kind of thing. And basically, we're going to use this match as a way to set up Los Hermanos Casas facing Los Perros del Mal for the trios titles. Probably on either Christmas or New Year's Day. So yeah, that's the point of this match. I only have 2 teams in it. We'll probably figure out the rest later. Like, for example, Los Invernales, most likely going to be in this. I was thinking like Universo 2000, Apollo Dantes, and a partner. A third partner. We can't do Mascareños 2000 anymore. But yeah, this is what we're building up to. For now. I also have some other like more vague, less specific plans in my head about stuff I want to do, but I'm trying to keep at least one of them a little under wraps for now. But yeah, with all that said and all that considered, it's time. We're about to book next Super Viernes. Let's just do a quick recap of what we did last time to refresh my own memory. Perros del Mal won in the main event. Okay. We did a random trios here. Santo Místico Atlantis won. Random trios here. All right, on Televisas, we ran the Ruleta de Muerte, the Roulette of Death, which was our, it was a variation of the Revelos Increíbles concept, where it's kind of a random partner teams. And yeah, we had the winning team was Místico El Dandy and Pedro Gual Jr. They faced off in the main event in a 3-way match where the loser would have their head shaved or their mask taken. And yeah, El Dandy was the one who was pinned, so he was shaved bald, and Místico won. All right. That was a lot of words for me to basically be like, I don't know what we're doing, man. Let's see. It's a good venue. All right. We got some training going on. Negro Casas passing on. Oh, booking tips to Ricky Martin. He doesn't really need booking tips. Can you like teach him psychology or something, please, or like consistency? Can you teach Zumbido consistency? Fuerza Guerrera character idea. Okay. Oh, El Fantasma Jr. and Hector Garza getting into it. All right, that's interesting. I guess he won't be joining Pedro del Mal anytime soon. All right, so what did I say happened last time aside from this? Yeah, Pedro del Mal, they're the trios champions now. They also have the light heavyweight championship, so they're kind of running shit, so to speak. So I think it would be fun to do a main event. Let's do a 5-on-5 main event. And we're going to have Peste Negra take on somebody else. Let's do Pedro, Hector, Mr. Aguila. And how about we do Hero and push. Let's do Petioff Jr. I know he sucks, but I kind of it just kind of makes me laugh putting him in these matches sometimes. All right, let's see. I want them to win here, so you know, let's not put Mystico on this team. I'm gonna do El Connect. Let's do El Connect, Blue Panther, LA Park. I want Shocker to start feuding with Wagner. But you know what? We can start that on Televisa. Okay, so we'll do Shocker here, and we need one more guy. We could do Atlantis. Yeah, let's do Atlantis. Whatever. All right, big 5-on-5 main event. I think if I do 12 minutes, it's gonna say that that's too long for El Connect, which shouldn't be. It's a 5-on-5. He's gonna spend most of the match on the apron. But anyways, who are we putting over here? Let's do Hector Garza. All right, open match, tainted win. Let's have him. You know, let's have him pin Blue Panther. You know, so just to recap, Blue Panther, he was a trio champion. They were supposed to defend the titles against Peste Negra, but at a pre-show autograph signing, Peste Negra came and beat him up. So the match was delayed, and then they had the match, and they lost the trio titles. So Blue Panther has a real bone to pick with the collective Peste Negra. And yeah, we're all going to add more fuel to the fire by having Hector Garza pin him. In the main event. Oh, okay, cool. Connect can work. Let's go ahead and do a attack masterclass. Let's see, can we do? I know Black Warrior. He's kind of technical. Let's see. Out of all these dudes that I just decided to align with him, are any of them technical? Venom Black, no. He's got his own little click for him. Ramstein is more of an aerial guy. Damn. And I know Therus has like no. He doesn't really have good stats yet. Let's see. I mean, we could always give a win to El Dandy, presuming that Black Warriors team's gonna win. Yeah, Scorpio. Yeah. All right, yeah, let's just go with El Dandy. And I want them to take on the team of Misterioso, who is a heel, and Misterioso Segundo, who is a babyface, but he's going to turn heel. All right, Tech Master class. We're going to have Black Warrior, tainted win over... Oh my god, can I click on it, please? Well, I don't know what happened there. I had a stroke. He's gonna beat Misterioso Segundo. So yeah, basically the story we're telling is that Misterioso, his dad, is here now, and he's a Rudo. So he's basically gonna start teaching his son that he's gonna be like, you know, the reason you're losing these matches is because you're being too nice. You know, you got to be mean. You got to take what's yours. Also, he's better as a heel. All right, but yeah, so that's why he's losing the match. Anyways. All right, should we book a high spots match now? What if we do can we do a 4-way tag team? Is this too much? If we do like Mystico and Volador Jr., who are obviously gonna win now that I put them in the match. Let's see. We signed a bunch of cool dudes. Extreme Tiger is a bit young and inexperienced, so no, we're not gonna go with him. Oh yeah, I did this off screen last time. I made Alushi Que Monito. I forgot to do this during the stream. I did it right after. He's Que Monito now. We're gonna have to start putting him at ringside for somebody. Maybe I don't know. We'll see. Maybe Shocker. Actually, that could be fun because then Wagner Jr. could like body him. Yeah, that could be sick. Let's do Gran Naniwa and Super Delphin. Oh fuck, right. Super Carlos here. Damn. All right, no, screw it. This isn't even Super Delphin. We're gonna do Super Carlo and is there somebody recognizable he can team with? Yeah, Alvantera. That's a pretty cool team. All right, let's get some Rudos in here. I definitely want to do. Oh, we're gonna do Masaki, Mochizuki, and Knes. And oh, we can do James Gibson and Hoovy. Or well, you know, they're not gonna win the match. Let's do Tarzan Boy. All right. All right, this is our Steal the Show match. And to the shock of absolutely nobody, Mystico, yeah, Super Kalo is gonna get the win. No, all right, Mystico's gonna get the win in this open match. Who should he beat? I guess Tarzan Boy, right? All right, that's a pretty fun match. All right, but we're done. It's time to get down to serious business. It's time to book some real lucha libre. 3-on-3. Lucha libre as God intended. All right, we got to book Santo into something. You know, I'm kind of curious actually. I know I just did a whole 3-on-3 spiel. I'm kind of curious to see if Felino and Heavy Metal have chemistry. So let's put them in a tag. Yeah, because neither of them have chemistry with Negro Casas. All right, so yeah, Felino and Heavy Metal will take on the team of All right, let's do Emilio Charles Jr. and I feel like I always do Scorpio. Oh well, yeah, it's because he's the one that's over. All right, let's do Scorpio. Sorry, Vestia. All right, this is a 3-fall match still. We're gonna do 2-1 non-comeback. And we're gonna keep putting over heavy metal. All right, now we'll look at Trio's match. All right, so I know Santo is here and Negro Casas isn't in that match, so he'll be here too. I mean, also Dragon. Sure. All right, let's see. They can take on the team of James Gibson's already booked. Oh wait, no, I took him out. Okay. How about we do Universo, Apollo Dantes, and Pirata Morgan? All right, this should be a pretty good match. All right, we're gonna have Casas go over. Open match. Let's do non-comeback. Nothing too fancy. Just some good old lucha. And speaking of good old lucha, I'm not a member of CMLL's YouTube channel, so I don't actually watch full shows. I just watch the highlights they post. But I've seen recently that a lot of their matches, even the trios matches, are just one fall. And I'm not too crazy about that, I kind of get what they're doing. I feel like they wanna appeal to foreigners, to tourists, to Americans. I get that. But I feel like in doing so, they're definitely something is being lost. I feel like part of what has made CMLL so special, they just had a very traditional lucha libre way of doing things. It was different from watching WWE or even different from AAA. But now with they're doing like trio, like 3-way matches all the time and one fall matches. I don't know. I'm just not too crazy about it. Again, though, I'm not actively watching week to week, so maybe I don't have a leg to stand on here. Let's go ahead and have Dr. Wagner Jr., Ultimo Guerrero, and Rey Bucanero kick some ass. All right, let's see. How about we do the Great Sasuke, Super Delphin, and Super Naniwa. Oh, Grand Naniwa. Whoops. Yeah, they did the fusion dance. Now they're Super Naniwa. Shout out to Dragon Ball Z. And anybody ever hear about Dragon Ball Z? All right, let's give Rey Bucanero the win. I feel like I never do that. I feel like it's usually Guerrero. Our open match. We're gonna do comeback, and let's do a tainted win actually. Oh, it was right there. Speaking of Rey Bucanero, I saw that he left CMLL recently. And I was like, first of all, I didn't know he was still there. But second of all, I was like, man, it's kind of sad. He's an OG. He he was there way back in 2004. It's kind of sad. Although, granted, he's much older now. He's probably in his like 50s or something. So it's not like he had a good career there. I don't know. It's a little sad. We're at 92 minutes. We have so many guys. You can probably book a few more matches even. Let's see. Who's not booked? Hello? Okay. I mean, in terms of the technicals, there's not a lot going on here. A few like undercard guys. Same thing here, but we got Blue Demon Jr. not booked. Nicho. All right, let's do like a. All right, we're gonna do a 4v4 undercard match, and we're gonna call it there. Or maybe we'll do a pre-show match. I don't know, but let's do Blue Demon Jr., Nicho, Mephisto, and Super Crazy. Right, they could take on the team of Lance Storm, Black Magic, Mr. Nebla, yeah, and Virus. 10 minutes is fine. Let's put over. Put over Blue Demon Jr. This match having Mystico and being this low on the card is a little concerning to me, but I don't know. Cause see, I could swap it with the Felino Heavy Metal tag, but I feel like Heavy Metal, we wanna keep up his momentum. He's our hot new signing, so I don't want to bury him on the early part of the show. So yeah, we'll leave it, even though this match may potentially be better. All right, let's book a pre-show match. Do I signed them Crazy Boy and Joe Litter and made them Rudos, and I kind of wish I brought them in as Technicals. I feel like we need like young Technicals. But whatever. We could set them to turn and just do a quick turn anyways. Although they just got here, the game probably wouldn't like that, right? Oh man. Alright, whatever, they're Rudos. Our Crazy Boy, Show Litter, and Ramstein will take on who's better? Is it, I always forget, is it Explosivo or Olympico? Oh, Olympico's definitely better. Explosivo needs the experience. All right, so we'll do both of them. Olympico, Explosivo, and I don't know. How about Tony Rivera? No, how about not Tony Rivera? How about Starman? All right, this is on the pre-show. We're gonna say it's an open match, and we're just gonna let Seeing Goddess decide who wins. It's if I have to guess, I'm gonna say it goes to. It's definitely gonna be someone on this team. I don't know who's the most over. I'm gonna guess Starman. All right, maybe we can do one more pre-show. Here, let's do a four-way. Something different. Are these the not book people? Wow, there's so many. All right, Arcangel de la Muerte. Extreme Tiger. Minoru. And zoom, 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 Zoombito. Shout out to the guy on YouTube. I should bring that back. Even though I never really stopped doing it, but I guess there was a point where I was doing it a bit less. But anyway, shout out to that guy specifically. All right, 8-minute fatal four-way. Again, we're gonna you know what? No, fuck that. We're gonna give Zoombito the win. Open match. All right, and there you go. That's the Super Viernes, big 5-on-5 main event. Oh, we didn't book any promos. We should do that. All right, we're gonna close out the show. Pedro Stelmao are gonna just cut a promo in the ring, nothing fancy, after their match. So we'll do Pedro Gal Jr. talking. Hector Garza is there. Vampiro is there. Who else is in the match? Mr. Aguila is there. Oh, I'm betting off. Right, and they're gonna talk about Negro Casas and El Hijo del Santo. Oh, and Místico. Okay. All right, so this is gonna go at the end. Let's do a backstage promo. All right, this one is going to be Wagner, Ultimo, and Rey Bucanero. Nothing crazy again. Just kind of our standard stuff. Let me see something. I mean, we're kind of in between feuds right now. We haven't really started anything with Shocker. I don't know. They don't even have to be talking about anybody. Here, we're gonna have Universo, Dos Mil, and Apollo Dantes also here. All right, I don't know if that promo is gonna do bad because they're not talking about anyone in particular. You know what? Actually, they're wrestling the Great Sasuke. How about that? They're talking about the Great Sasuke. I believe he's in the tag team storyline. They're talking about Great Sasuke, Ultimo Dragon, and you know what? Whatever. I'll connect. Maybe it's a promo where they're just bragging about how they all defended their titles and how they're so much better than those guys they beat, and that there was never a doubt that they would lose. All right, and of course, it wouldn't be one of our CMLL shows if we didn't let Hijo del Santo and Negro Casas talk. And who are they teaming with again? Oh, Ultimo Dragon. Right. All right, so they're gonna cut a promo, and I have this set to foreshadowing because Negro Casas, there's so much between him and Pedro Gal Jr. So he's not gonna come outright and say, hey, yeah, we're gonna challenge them for the championships at the next pay-per-view, but he's gonna kind of allude to defeating them and overcoming Perros del Mal. You know, now that my brother Heavy Metal is here, and my other brother Felino. Oh no, we went over by 4 minutes. That's exactly how long that promo is. All right, we're gonna. It's only a 10-minute match. Take 1 minute away from this. Take 2 minutes away from this. Yeah, this is the main event. I don't want to take any time away from that. All right, there you go. Exactly 112 minutes, 91% matches. This is a straight action. Let's run it. I feel like our show ratings, because our last show got a 79, I want to say they're kind of steadily trending upwards, but maybe not. We're kind of just in the high 70s range with an occasional 80 number popping in. So I'm gonna guess like, I don't know, a 76. Let's see. All right, terrible pre-show match. Zumbido defeated Extreme Tiger, Minoru, and Arcangel de la Muerte when Zumbido pinned Extreme Tiger with a corkscrew elbow drop. All right, and Arcangel de la Muerte was head and shoulders above everyone. All right, everybody take notes. Extreme Tiger, I hope you brought your notepad. Take some notes. Ooh, Olympico sustained broken fingers. Ooh, that's not fun. But anyways. Oh, whoa! Crazy Boy, Joe Litter, and Ramstein defeated Olympico, Explosivo, and Starman. Get fucked, Starman. Crazy Boy submitted Starman. What? Dude, seeing Garas, we left him in charge, and he was like, I'm gonna shake things up. All right, man, sure. Crazy Boy submitted Starman. Not the result I expected at all. Man, Olympico broke his fingers. Ouch. Oh, the match got a 42. Yes, thank you. All right, on to the actual show itself. In a only decent, huh? Black Warrior and El Dandy defeated Misterioso and Misterioso Segundo. And Black Warrior submitted Misterioso Segundo with El Nudo Lagunero after blatantly cheating. Segundo was the weak link in the match. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Oh, the match needed more time. Oh, if we didn't have to cut those 2 minutes, it would have probably been better than a 44. All right, well, live and learn. Okay, 8-man action. Lance Storm, Black Magic, Mr. Nebula, and Virus are defeated by the Rudos team of Perros del Mal, which is Blue Demon Jr. and Nitro Millonario, and Los Invernales members Mephisto and Super Crazy. This match was a bit better. Got a 65. All right, the crowd waking up. Let's look at these here. Yeah, Blue Demon Jr. best in the match. No surprise there. Super Crazy also did good. Okay. El Pantera and Super Call have absolutely zero chemistry as partners. Oh, come on. The game just doesn't like fun. When I try to do like a fun pairing like this, the game's always like, no, they don't have chemistry. All right, but a decent match. Místico and Volador Jr. defeated Los Baja Panties, El Pantera and Super Calo, and Masaki, Mochizuki, and Keynes. And Misko pinned Tarzan Boy for Hurricane Rana. That's our Steal the Show match. Misko and Juventud both did really well. I mean, even despite the zero chemistry, Super Gallo got a 48. So surely they would have done better if they had at least neutral chemistry. Man, it's a little disappointing because this could have been a fun team. All right, backstage promo. We've got Dr. Wagner Jr. hanging out with all the boys. We got Ultimo Guerrero, Apollo Dantes, Rey Bucanero, and Universo Dos Mil. Everybody's hanging out. And yeah, they're talking about how, remember at the pay-per-view when I beat El Connect? Man, that was sick. Remember when you guys beat Ultimo Dragon and Great Sasuke? Who does that guy think he is? You're the Ultimo. All right, 67. All right, a decent match again. Spitz gets to 71. Wagner and Los Guerreros del Infierno go over Great Sasuke, Super Delphin, and Grand Naniwa. Kind of carried by the Rudos, TBH. But a solid match. See, I wish in this game, like, we've got Delphin and Naniwa here, and they're both kind of important. If they're in a match and the match is a 71, I feel like even if they lose, they should still gain a little bit of pop. That's just what like, I don't, what world do we live in where a wrestler has a good match but people are like, nah, that guy lost, he sucks. All right, anyways, 71. Oh, Felino and Heavy Metal, neutral chemistry. All right, hell yeah. Oh yeah, they defeated Los Talibanes 2 falls to 1. And this match got a 63. So not an incredible match, but they were also wrestling Los Talibanes. And yeah, they don't have bad chemistry. So that's all we can really ask for. All right, in a bout that had good heat and decent wrestling, Hijo del Santo, Negro Casas, and Ultimo Dragon defeated Pirata Morgan and Los Hermanos Dinamita. This was just a straight up good match. Yeah, nothing more to say really here. I needed to get these guys on the show. Promo not as good, but not that bad either. 65. Oh! The main event only got a 65. Blue Panther sustained knee ligament damage. That does not sound good. Oh, and Hector Casa used a foreign object. Oh man, so I wonder if he like attacked his knee with a chair or something. Man, that sucks. Also, I assume this match would have done better if it like was longer than 12 minutes. I should have planned this card out better. Maybe we could have gotten rid of one of those matches. Given the main event more time, but what can you do now? Pedro Jr. did really good, as did Shocker, LA Park. Blue Panther, despite the knee ligament damage, did pretty good. All right, well, at least the promo to end the show was pretty strong. I got a 75. Oh, a 69. Wow. Maybe our worst Super Viernes in a while. Yeah, we might have had too many matches on here. Yeah. Although, which match would I cut? I guess this, like, 8-man tag doesn't really need to be here. Yeah, I think if we would have had one less match and gave the main event some more time, it would have been a bit better. Although, then we would have had to have removed El Connect from the match and put in somebody else. Whatever, man. One not so great show isn't going to ruin the company. Okay, well, Blue Panther is oh, he's out until December. Oh man, that's not good. Oh well, you know what? We're planning the pay-per-view for December 17th. So he'll be back before then at least. Okay. All right, well now he has now he has even more beef with Hector Garza. Hector Garza heard that they were feuding and he's like, "Oh, I'll show you a fucking feud." And he injured him. All right, thank you Hector Garza. And Olympico is going to be better in a week. I made 45 grand. All right, so that was Super Viernes. I got a little microphone on my, a little water on my microphone cover. All right, so anyways, that was Super Viernes. Let's see. All right, let's take a look at our mail. LLF made a contract offer to Alushi. Does Alushi like wrestle? No. Yeah, what are you guys gonna do with him? You know what? Sure, man. There's a booking position available. Oh, it looks like LOF is filling out their roster, signing a lot of women. Bringing in Maximo. Oh, Atlantis is clumsy. Mystico. Talking down on his the veteran Atlantis. That's kind of crazy actually. I don't know if I agree with you there, Mystico. Atlantis has lost a bit of popularity, man. All right. All right, I guess we're just gonna go straight into Televisa. Nothing else to do. All right, let's get right to it. All right, we're gonna draw about a little under 8,000. Okay. Oh, poor Gran Hamada. He's stranded at the airport. Flew here from Japan. Not and didn't make the show. Ouch. That sucks. All right. I think we need. What do we need? All right. Give me a character idea. Oh, a near certainty. All right. Can we get another one of those? Likely. All right. How about a finish? Likely. All right. Well, we started off strong. Oh, we still have enough points actually for one more. Give me a character idea. Safe bet. All right. We should try to use these immediately because otherwise I'll forget. A Crazy Boy and Zumbito getting into an argument. All right, guys, settle down. We don't need more people hating Zumbito. Savio Vega and Mascara Mágica hanging out. Okay. Alan Stone and Hector Garza. Why is it always like Hector Garza beefing with like some jobber? It's like, dude, you're a champion. Like, act like it. Please stop getting into arguments with like Starman. Blue Demon Jr. crit finish. Okay. All right, CMLL Televisa. All right. First things first. Character ideas. Who has bad momentum that I actually care about? Like Apollodontus has cooled momentum. That's not that bad. Viernes, I do care about a little more. Black Magic has cooled momentum. Razadora has chilly momentum. He probably more so needs a gimmick change. Oh, Pantera. Who's ice cold? Oh, so El Satanico. Well, yeah, he's injured. He's injured. He's got a broken neck. Cut him some slack. Lizmark, I don't really care about too much. All right, I think we're gonna do El Pantera and someone else. Was that? Oh wait, no, that was Scorpio. Yeah, there's a lot of people with not great momentum. All right, El Pantera, we're gonna give him the near certainty. Still cool. Okay, we'll give him the safe bet too. No. We'll find somebody else. Do we wanna? I don't really know if I'm pushing Black Magic, but I also, I like that he's recognizable. I don't want him to fall into unimportant, so we're gonna give him the safe bet. Also still cooled momentum. Wow. All right, I'm glad that was useless. Let's book a main event. All right, no fucking around. The last show we did a 5v5 just because it was Super Viernes. This time traditional 3v3 lucha libre. Should we give a win to Casas, Felino, and Heavy Metal? How about that? Let's see. Who can they potentially beat here? I feel like Casas and Nicho Millonario have been facing off in a bunch of matches, but let's get Nicho in there. Let's do Nicho, Damien, and Halloween. Actually, can I check? Let's see. Can I check Negro Casas's match history real quick? Okay, they defeated El Dandy Fueza and Emilio Charles Jr. I think that was the only time we teamed them all up. Oh yeah, so they'll take on these guys, and that's a solid main event, I think. And we're gonna have Heavy Metal get the win. Open. And here we're gonna put Fede off at ringside, with the implication being that these guys scored the first fall because they cheated. Oh, hey. Yeah, we need to put somebody. Didn't we sign, Oh, we signed Lillian Garcia, but I don't think her, contract has started. Right, and I made her the color commentator. Okay, so we're gonna have to put Ernest Miller back. Oh, the Blue Demon Jr. finish is a safe bet. We can use that. Shout out to Blue Demon Jr. All right, cool main event. And we're gonna start the show for promo explaining that this is the main event. I think that's a solid plan. We'll do backstage storyline development. All right, so we're gonna open the show with Los Hermanos Casas. And Negro Casas is gonna cut a promo, basically saying, you know, Perros del Mal. This feud between us has been going on for a while now, and we're not gonna just walk away. We're not just gonna let you run all over this company and do as you please. We're gonna keep fighting back. And tonight, Nicho Millonario, once again, I'm gonna kick your ass just like we did the last time we beat you. And Pedro Aguado Jr., we're coming for those trios titles. All right, a statement of intent. We have one near certainty. All right, let's hold on to that for now. All right, what else can we book? Oh, I have a phone call I need to take. 1 second. All right, sorry about the interruption. I am back. All right, so let's get back to booking the show. I want to do. We want to get to Wagner versus Shocker, so let's put them in a match together. They were in the Ruleta de la Muerte on the same team. Oh wait, that's this show, yeah. Yeah, they made it to the semifinals. It was Wagner, Lance Storm, and Shocker. So yeah, there's been previous interaction with them, that is. So let's continue. We'll do Wagner, Universo, and Apollo Dantes versus, let's do like Lance Storm, Shocker, Black Magic.
This is a stupid dope mix.
All right, so we're gonna do 12 minutes. I think I want Shocker to get the win here. Let's have him be. Let's have him. Let's. All right, get it together. Apollo Dantes, cooled momentum. Universo, chilly momentum. Okay, all right. So I guess that means he's gonna beat Apollo Dantes. I was hoping one of them had good momentum, but I was like, oh, they both have bad momentum. Well, he'll beat the guy who's with the less bad momentum. Okay. All right, so we're planting seeds here. We're laying some groundwork. We're setting a base coat. That sounds so lame. All right, 2v2 action. Let's do a classic Santo and Mystico match. Who can they face? I mean, Blue Demon. Oh man, actually, Blue Demon Jr. and Mr. Aguila versus Santo and Mystico would be so sick. Would be so sick. Yeah, that's what we're doing. This is kind of like too good of a match for us to be doing. Just as a throwaway, but that's what we're gonna do. All right, we're gonna have him go out there and steal the show, and we're gonna have Mystico get the win. Oh yeah, and actually, let's make this 2v2 Lucha Libre. All right, so that's definitely the co-main because that match is sick. Okay, so what else are we doing? Let me see. Pedro Jr. and Hector Garza are most likely just gonna get left off the card. I'll probably throw them in a promo. LA Park and Ultimo Dragon may just be in a match. Can we do like Ultimo Dragon and Grand Hamada is stranded, right? All right, Ultimo Dragon and Super Dolphin. Not yeah, not Sasuke. Can we just give them a simple win? Like, can they face, I don't know, El Dandy and Fuerza Guerrera? Fuerza Guerrera neutral. Very warm. Actually, should this be our Tech Masterclass? Although, no, right. Isn't the game made Super Dolphins more of an aerial? Hey, you know what? We're gonna do it anyways. Tech Masterclass. The winner is going to be Ultimo Dragon. I know, shocking. All right, 10-minute Tech Masterclass. This is a pretty fun match. And actually, we'll just go ahead and put the Great Sasuke at ringside. We need to book 19 more minutes. Let's get some promos in. All right, so Pedro Jr. We started the show with Los Hermanos Casas cutting a promo where they were basically saying like that they're coming for the Trios Championships and that tonight they're gonna take on Nicho and Millonario and Damien and Halloween and blah blah blah. And Pedro Jr. he's at the point where he's just like, oh my god, I'm so sick of listening to Negro Casas and Hijo del Santo talk about us all the time, man. He's like, yo, like, don't those guys have like anything better to do? Don't they have like lives of their own? Don't they have families? You know, why are they gonna keep, talking about us? They're gonna keep being worried about what we're doing. I'm over it, and you know what? I think tonight I deserve a night off. But he's like, you guys got this, right? We don't need to worry about it. You guys can take them out, right? To Nicho and the other guys who are wrestling. All right, so Pedro Jr. He's sick and tired of it. He's had enough. He's out. He's leaving. All right. Got 15 more minutes. I believe we only have 2 promos. 1, 2. Let's give Shocker a promo. Shocker is backstage with Shelly Martinez. He's got he just won the match with Lance Storm and Black Magic. And we're gonna have him basically talk about that. Basically say, you know, me and Wagner, we teamed up together last week during the Ruleta de la Muerte, and you know what? I can't say that I really liked being around that guy too much. I just don't think he's a very nice guy. I think he has a bit of an ego, a bit of an attitude to him. And tonight, we got the win over them in the ring. So, you know, that heavyweight title. Maybe, you know, maybe I could go after that. Everybody's cutting the same promo. Yeah, Shocker just generally kind of dislikes Wagner Jr. He's like, you know, we were teaming up and just, I don't like the guy. He's kind of a jerk. Here, let's go ahead and add Shocker to the storyline. We're gonna remove El Connect. I guess Lance Storm can stay if we're gonna have him teaming with Shocker sometimes. Let's add Apollo Dantes as a background, as a supporting player, supporting role, whatever. And I guess we can add Black Magic as a supporting role. Have we done Black Magic versus Wagner? Because that could be a fun match to do. Although I definitely think, yeah, Black Magic's tech could definitely be higher. I know it's 2004, but come on. Come on. No, he faced Lance Storm in a singles match in his debut, and that's it. No other singles matches. Okay. All right, anyways, let's move on. All right, we've got enough time to book one more match, I think. Let me take a look at my matches again. Got Garza, Panther, Mystico, Wagner, Shocker, and the Cybernetico. All right, let's just give a win to one of the teams. Let's give a win to Los Bajapantes. All right, Juventud, James Gibson, and Tarzan Boy. We're going to take on, let's see, how about El Pantera, Ricky Marvin, and Super Calo. And we'll give the win to Hoovy. Oh, whoops. Here, we'll actually do a comeback, yeah. Taint. All right, yeah, it's important. It's important to do matches like this where it's not main eventers and they can actually get a win for once. I feel like, you know, we expanded our roster recently, but we kept our shows the same length. We could potentially just make them 2 hours. I think right now they're an hour and a half. That could probably help us because we've got so many guys now. We've got a bit of time left. Hijo del Santo isn't cutting a promo, which is unusual. And we could break up these last two matches. So yeah, we're gonna do a promo right there. All right, I don't really know the context of this promo, but we're just gonna say it's a backstage promo after their match, and we're gonna have him essentially be like, "Hey, Perros del Mal sucks. Let's go Negro Casas." He's rooting for his boys. Yeah, literally just to break up the last two matches. And I guess we'll use that near certainty. There's really no reason to save it. We'll get another one. And all right, this is a pretty decent looking Televisa, I must say. Definitely some guys left off. Oh yeah, we didn't do anything with LA Park or Ultimo Guerrero. Whoops. There's only like 6 minutes left of the show. Yeah, there's no time. Whatever. They'll just have to be left off the show. Do we want to book another pre-show match? I think so. Just for the sake of, we have so many young guys. I keep mentioning it, so let's give them some matches. I don't think we've booked this guy a single time. So yeah, let's get him in there. 9-11 or 911. Yeah, teaming with Crazy Boy and Joe Litter. I want Crazy Boy and Joe Litter to get over. They're solid. They're pretty good guys. Okay, and they can take on to Explosivo, Extreme Tiger. Mr. Nebula. Why not? All right, 8 minutes. Here, we'll give this one to Blue Panther. You decide. And we'll do one more. Let's make this a tag. Oh yeah, I want to do Masaki Mochizuki and Kines. Just like Joe Litter and Crazy Boy, these are two guys that I really want them to get over. I think they both have the potential to be really good. Let's have them take on Alan and Chris Stone. And hey, you know what? Let's just give them the win. My phone ringing again, but I think it's a spam call. I don't know anybody from Georgia. All right, so this is our show. I hope the main event is good, really. I definitely would not like it if we got another 69. So we're shooting for the high 70s again. Can we like bounce back with 75 maybe? I don't think a 75 is too much to ask for. So yeah, let's see. Is anybody being overused or anything? No. Okay, cool. Oh, a decent little pre-show match here. They get a 50. Okay. Actually, Keynes and Masaki Mochi do. Well, they were better than Chris Stone. Alan Stone slightly better than them, but yeah, impressive. The second pre-show match also getting a 50, and 911 pin Explosivo. Okay, he got a 57. Damn, who is this guy? I'm gonna have to like look him up on YouTube or something. He did better than Mr. Nebula. Who is this guy? Who's this cop gimmick man? All right, oh, I forgot. I need to manually add Ernest Miller to all these segments. Oh boy. Then yeah, we're gonna have to make him the color commentator again until Lilian Garcia is here officially. Skip this one? Yeah. Okay. Okay, I edited. All right, let us proceed. 70 promo. All right, not amazing, not bad. All right, Los Bajapantis pick up a win over the trio of El Pantera, Ricky Marvin, and Super Calo when Juventud pinned El Pantera. And I got a 68, not bad. I thought about making this a steal the show match, but you know, it didn't need to be one. Yeah, good match. All right, more trios action in a I would maybe call this an upset. Lance Storm, Shocker, and Black Magic defeated Dr. Wagner Jr. and Los Hermanos Dinamita. You know, I would say because, you know, Shocker is obviously at the same level as Wagner. He's a main eventer. But I would say Lance Storm and Black Magic are definitely below Los Hermanos Dinamita in the roster. So yeah, maybe a slight upset here. Shocker submitting Apollo Dantes. And the match got a 69. Right, and then we get a Shocker promo after the match. It gets a 64. Okay. We get a backstage segment. Pedro Guau Jr. is really annoyed and he's just kind of tired of listening to Negro Casas and Hijo del Santo cut these holier than thou promos, talking down on them, and he's taking the night off. Him and Hector Garza are getting out of here early. They're gonna go party. They tell the rest of the group, you know, just handle business here. All right, and in a sick match, Hijo del Santo and Místico pick up a big tag team win over Blue Demon Jr. and 1/3 of the Trios champions, Mr. Aguila. When Místico pinned Mr. Aguila, and this was a steal the show match, and they definitely did steal the show. Yeah, just a great match all around. I'm almost ashamed that this match wasn't more meaningful. Like, I'm looking at the guys in this match and I'm like, this could easily be a tag title match. All right, but yeah, 77. All right, we got a promo from Hijo del Santo after the match. Basically, just kind of rooting for Negro Casas and his brothers in the main event. Oh, a 78. All right. Los Hermanos Casas get the win over Perros del Mal, Nicho, Damien, and Halloween. Negro Casas head and shoulders above everybody else. This was a motivated Negro Casas here. He knows that business is picking up, and now we're building up to a trios match. So he turned it on. He really did. Also, Halloween and Damien 666 coming through with the 59. Shout out to these two, man. Shout out to these two. Maybe not the best stats, but they held their own in there. They weren't left behind. So yeah, shout out to Mexico's Most Wanted. Hey, we got an 80. All right. That was even better than I guessed. Oh yeah, we gained popularity, so that's good for us. Made 93 grand. I swear that I feel like we keep going up to 72. Maybe I'm crazy. All right, but yeah, even though our shows have been kind of stuck in the high 70s, low 80s range, we're kind of killing it in terms of the popularity. Like, I can actually show you guys in a second AAA's popularity after this loading screen. I mean, yeah, a new thing I've been trying to do is to to not talk during these loading screens and just edit them out of the video. So yeah, maybe I'll just try to remember to edit this one out next time. Because yeah, look at this, man. All right. So yeah, let's take a look at AAA's popularity after we just booked that good show. This is not how you do that. KG Muto's up here. How over is he? Oh well, yeah, he's got popularity in Japan, the US, and Canada. Oh yeah, man. All right, but that's not what we were doing. Company Wars, right? Okay, yeah, we're ahead of AAA. Yeah, they've got 67s and 66s. They actually, it seemed like they were steadily trending upwards for a bit, but they've actually gone down. So I think us signing Juventud and signing Heavy Metal and whoever else it was that we signed from them, I can't remember. It's definitely starting to have an effect on their shows. If we keep just going after their top guys, you know, their shows will suffer. Oh yeah, so the strategy is working. Bismo Negro, 145 days. See you soon. All right, and hey, while we're talking about companies, DDT, let's do our weekly check. Are they ready to sell? Rejected. All right, we'll keep trying. This roster's crazy. I don't want the roster though. I want the popularity. Latin Lover. Let's see. I believe he's here. Oh yeah, he's here. Expires next April. Oh, and he's not even that over. That's surprising. I mean, yeah, I'm pretty sure I have like everybody, all the big stars of AAA whose contracts are coming up like within this year. I'm pretty sure I've got them shortlisted. Like Abismo Negro's contract is gonna come up. Or well, no, his is coming up in April 2005. What the hell am I saying? I'm just lying. Cybernetico, October 2005. Charlie Manson, we kind of I think we just missed our chance to sign him or something. I don't remember what happened there. Whatever, man. They're shortlisted. Just believe me. John Moxley raring to go. Yeah, I'm not gonna bring in an 18-year-old John Moxley. All right, Fergal Devitt. Somebody wants to bring him in. Toruman Japan. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but yeah, whatever. Toruman Japan making a contract offer to KNS. Let's just make sure it's not an exclusive handshake deal. Okay, I can dig that. Just don't steal him from me. I've got big plans for KNS. I'm gonna assume it's a handshake deal. Okay. I don't know how comfortable I am with my workers working in these indie companies, but I think we're just gonna allow it for now. Maybe once the dust settles and all these companies that we added stop hiring so many people, maybe then we'll go in and give out some exclusive writtens. But yeah, we'll leave it be for now. Like, I know, for example, Blue Panther is always working 0-1. I believe Ricky Marvin does tours with Noah. All right. Who hired John Tenta? EWA. What's EWA? I can't. Yeah. What's EWA? Exodus Wrestling Alliance. Oh my God. Oh, okay, they're in North Carolina. Okay, that makes sense. It would have been funny if it was a lucha company. Could you imagine Earthquake doing a Tope Suicida? Oh my God. Actually, before we advance, I want to make I kind of want to make Los Hermanos Dinamita or not Los Hermanos Dinamita, Los Hermanos Casas a team. Or should we call them La Familia Casas? Yeah, let's do that. La Familia Casas. Just because I mentioned before, we only have Rudo stables. You know, this could be a technical one. Let's try to find the cool backdrop here. Do they have man, what is that? Oh man, this is embarrassing. I look like a poser now. I can't remember the name of that group with Negro Casas and Mr. Nebla and Felino. Is it like La Ola Negra or something? Is that a different group? Yeah, I'm a poser. I can't remember their name right now. And there's so many of these. I feel like La Ola Negra is right. I feel like that is the name of that group. I'm gonna look it up on my rake. This says La Familia, but it's like it's kind of in this Godfather font that makes it seem like they're rudos. I don't like that. Los Morenos. Oh my god. Definitely not Los Boricuas. Natural born blondes, but the background is black and white. All right, man. I'm about to just pick one. This is so many. Family, whatever. What was that one called? Fuck. What was it called? Damn. All right, I know it was like lower. The Family. I should have known. All right, we finally have a technical stable. All right, I'm glad we did that. Oh, can we look at Noah's tour real quick also? What are they doing with Ricky Marvin? Oh, he wrestled Misterioso Segundo. I didn't know he was in Noah too. All right, whatever. He's been pre-show matches. That's fine. All right, let's see here. We just got a bunch of people joining companies, making deals, etc. Let's see. Blue Panther wants a pay raise. Sure thing, buddy. You're Blue Panther. Ricky Marvin, sure thing, buddy. You're Blue Panther. Damien, you are not Blue Panther. Definitely not. And Mochizuki, you just got here. $620. All right, man. Whatever. I like Mochizuki, but damn. All right, well, at least he went through the proper channels, unlike Silver King. Oh, IWRG bringing in Zubito. They're believers, just like I am. All right, we're gonna take a quick break. If you've been enjoying this so far, please like the video, comment, subscribe, etc. I'm gonna take a break. Be right back. Don't go anywhere. Okay, I'm back. It's time for some Super Viernes. Let's just get right into this. Okay. Why are we in Occidente? Hey, we can go to Noreste. Let's go here. Change things up, even though there's gonna be a lot of empty seats. But whatever, man. It's fine. Maybe people will see it in the tour highlights and go, "Oh, there was a lot of empty seats. I could have gone to that show." Speaking of shows we could have gone to, I could have gone to that produce show that happened recently. Yeah, I saw that it was in Red Hook, Brooklyn. But I don't know. I I feel like I'm getting to the point in my life where like going to indie wrestling shows just doesn't interest me as much as it used to, you know? And it's not really so much because of the wrestlers on the show. It's more so just the I feel like every indie show I've gone to started late and like went on really long. Except I would say the one I went to that probably started on time and ended at a decent time was I saw a Chikara show in Brooklyn, and that was cool. But yeah, aside from that, every indie show I've ever gone to, for some reason, just has to start late. And then there's a long intermission in the middle of the show. And then you're sitting there and you're like, it's like 11 o'clock and there's 3 more matches. And you're like, this isn't fucking AEW. What are we doing? Anyways, we're going to have Lance Storm and Black Magic win a Tech Master last. Yeah, I'm just bringing that up because I heard that the show went on like till midnight or something. Or like almost midnight maybe. And I'm just like, yeah, that's too late for me, man. I'm getting old. It's too late for me. I don't want to be at some indie show till midnight. We're gonna give Black Magic the win. Hello, Rat on V. How's it going? Oh, yeah, we're giving Black Magic the win here because on Televisa we're gonna do him one-on-one with Wagner Jr. So I just want to, kind of pump him up a little and simultaneously advance Misterioso Segundo's heel turn. I mean, yeah, I like Norman Smiley. I wish his tech was better, but it's like decent enough. For it to be a shock turn, I feel like it has to be at like 1 to 3 segments. But we're probably not gonna do it in this match, so we'll probably just do it the next time he wrestles. Whatever. It'll be fine. Alright. Also, I think so far, a lot of these guys I've brought in, I've only booked on the pre-show. Yeah, so I kind of want to officially book Masaki, Mochizuki, and Knes in something. I'm really into them right now. So yeah, let's do a trios. Let's see, we could do Black Warrior. Black Warrior is another guy. I used to just job him out all the time, but I'm kind of trying to do stuff with him now. He's got popularity, his stats are decent. Yeah, but we need some technicals that they can beat. Sadly, El Pantera. Beatable. Oh yeah, he's got cool momentum. Mascara Sagrada, another former jobber that I've kind of turned around on, but I don't know, maybe he can lose this match. Or I mean, he's not going to want to put these guys over. All right, how about we do Mascara Mágica? Olímpico and Explosivo. Oh, whoa. What happened there? All right, and can we have Mochizuki win the match? Is this possible? Can he beat like Explosivo? Hell yeah, he can. All right. All right, it's the start of the Mochizuki Knes push. All right, let's book some real matches, some real deal shit. All right, Wagner, Universo, and Apollo Dantes. We taking on the team of Atlantis and two other guys, Mr. Nebla and how about how about Virus? And we're just gonna put Wagner over here. Nothing too crazy going on. All right. Let's do another trios. Let's do Ultimo Guerrero, Rey Bucanero, and Pirata Morgan. And is there like technicals they can just beat? I mean, there definitely is. How about we have some fun? How about we do Volador Jr., Ricky Marvin, and Super Carlo? So, Volador Jr. usually a guy I kind of like to protect a little bit. But come on, they're not going over Los Guerreros de Invierno, but it should be a good match. All right, definitely a cool match. All right, now let's get some technicals, some wins. How about we do? I didn't book LA Park last time, so how about we do LA Park, El Hijo del Santo, and Negro Casas versus El Dandy, Vampiro, and why is this in the playlist? I mean, I just had Santo and Mystico go over Blue Demon Jr., so as good as him being in this match would be, maybe next time. How about El Terrible? Is this a bad idea? I gotta book him at some point, right? Actually, in that case, let's go all in. Let's go all in. Let's get Betty off Jr. in there. Let's believe in in our guys. All right, yeah, we're gonna give LA Park the win as a sorry we forgot to book you on the last TV show. I'm tempted to have them win 2-0, but I'm not gonna disrespect El Dandy like that. Oh yeah, can we write their names, please? I like how El Dandy, he can be on like the first match of the card. He can be in the main event. He can be in the middle. Like he's just El Dandy. You can put him in any match, and you're just like, yeah, that makes sense. You know, and he's probably gonna do pretty good. Mystico, Pedro Gual Jr., Ultimo Dragon, not used. Hector Garza, Shocker. While we do Mystico, Ultimo Dragon, and should we do the Great Sasuke? Yeah, we'll do the Great Sasuke. And I don't want them to take on Perros del Mal, so we'll have to find somebody else. What if we do? I mean, God, I feel like I always have this issue with booking Los Invernales, where I really like all three of them, but then we always get to a point where there's some Rudos that need to take a loss, and I'm just like, fuck, it's Los Invernales, isn't it? All right, how about we do Mr. Niebla or Mr. Aguila? I mean, super crazy and a Viernes. We'll mix it up. This could definitely be a steal the show match. Now we're gonna put over Ultimo Dragon. All right, hi. This match is kind of really good for Super Viernes. But you know, this is the kind of matches Super Viernes is for. Just, you know, doesn't these guys aren't necessarily in a storyline together. These guys aren't in the same group. Whatever. Go have a cool match. Super Viernes. The road agent cannot also be a competitor. Yeah, so that's definitely gonna steal the show. All right, now we need a main event. So how about we do? Oh, we haven't booked Felino or Heavy Metal. But I'm thinking we do like Pedro Wow Jr., Vampiro, and Nicho maybe. Let's see who's left. I don't really want them. Like, we're trying to build to a trios title match. I don't want like a bunch of the guys that would be in that match being in a random throwaway match. That's kind of not smart in my opinion. All right, how about we do? Oh, I'm getting another call. I'm so sorry, guys. Another second. I'm sorry. All right, sorry about that. Everybody calling me today. All right, let's do a Felino Heavy Metal tag. Now that we know they have or that they don't have bad chemistry. Yeah, how about Felino and Heavy Metal versus Juventud, and how about we do James Gibson and Tarzan Boy actually? Damn it, although Juventud would be better, but I don't really, you know, I don't want him taking a loss. I don't know, we'll make it 12. And let's give the Felino the win this time. Rare Felino W. No, Felino W's definitely are not rare. Felino is fucking sick. Okay, and now let's book, or let's see. I don't think there's anyone to wrestle Perros del Mal in the main event. Like what? We're gonna have them go over like El Canek and El Pantera? I mean, I guess Shocker. All right, we can do like Shocker, El Canek, and I don't want to book out. I like El Pantera, but the way I use him, it doesn't make sense for him to suddenly be in a main event. Oh man, but he might be the best option. What did I do booking this show? All right, change of plans. All right, how about just Shocker and El Canek versus Pero Guau Jr. and Blue Demon Jr. We're gonna give the win to Pero Guau Jr. We're gonna make it tainted. Come back. Okay. Oh yeah, let me specify. I want him to beat El Canek. Okay, we are actually over our time, and we haven't even booked any promos, so we definitely need to shorten a bunch of these matches. All right, this is only 10 minutes. Man, but we haven't even booked a single promo. Oh, wait. Yeah, we're just gonna make the show longer. Fuck that. Because I'm just like, yeah, I don't want to book a show where all the matches are like really short, or just we have to have major stars not on the card because we're out of time. Also, I'm sorry, can we get Hoovy at ringside, please? And of course, zoom, 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 zoompito. Speaking of zoom, 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 I was watching, I was watching a bunch of like Sonic speed runs the other day of like Sonic 3 and Sonic and Knuckles, Sonic 2, Sonic 1, and they are so hype. They are so hype. I think SGG whatever it's called, SGDQ, is still going on right now. So I've been watching a bunch of speed runs, and yeah, they're just so fun. I don't know if that's everybody's jam, but it's definitely mine. Especially games like Sonic and Castlevania. This can be tempting. All right, so let's get some promos going. Also, I think I kind of just want this to be the main event. Just because all these guys are really good. And yeah, I think it just might be the best match. All right, we're keeping it simple. La Familia Casas promo. They're just gonna say all the same stuff they said last time. They want a trios title shot. But tonight, you know, they're splitting up. Felino and Heavy have some business to take care of. Negro Casas is going to be teaming with his boys, Santo. But they want their trio shot, damn it. Right, and then let's do a in-ring Santo and Casas promo. Although we just had Negro Casas talking in that last promo, but whatever, he can talk in this one too. Who I don't even remember who I booked him against. Oh man, but yeah, I watched this it was a Sonic 1 speed run that apparently has been banned. It was banned from YouTube. It's not on the official channel. Somebody else uploaded it. And it's just this guy, like, he's hitting all these like frame perfect tricks first try, and he's going for all this crazy stuff just to show it off, even though he knows he's gonna lose time. And it was just such a sick fucking speed run. Man, I love speedrunning. Like if I had the skill for it, that would definitely be something I would want to get into, but I don't think I do. So yeah. All right, we're gonna give Wagner a promo. Yeah, I've been watching like I mean I've been watching Castlevania like Symphony of the Night promos for a long time. I recently got into medieval, or not promos, speedruns. I mean medieval speedruns, Castlevania, just, you know, games I played as a kid, or also just games that where the speedrun's fun to watch. Like I watched this guy speedrunning a Die Hard game, and it was really enjoyable. Yeah, yeah, you learn some like basic strats for Fallout New Vegas and felt like a god. Yeah, I feel like that happens sometimes. You pick up a little something and you're like, man, if I knew this when I was like 8 years old. Oh, it's one of those games there. Yeah. I think like it's like Jack and Daxter or Ratchet and Clank, one of those games, has a crazy speed run where they're doing like weird, precise jumps off the stage and like clipping, instead of falling to their death, they're like clipping through and looping around the stage and landing in the perfect spot. And I'm just like, how do you even figure this shit out? You know, you might play a game and like accidentally do a glitch thing, but how do you sit there and figure out like all these glitches and then hit a speed run? I don't know. My brain just does not work that way. All right, Wagner Jr., he heard that Shocker was talking shit about him last week, and he's like, man, who the hell's Shocker to talk about me? You know, I'm here with my boys, and we're chilling, and I'm the heavyweight champion. Who the fuck is Shocker? And you know, let me tell you something. This is my fourth album. This is my fourth album. All right, so let's see. Hector Garza is not on the card, but there's not really any room for another match. Oh, let's give Perogal Jr. a promo. All right, typical Perogal Jr. promo. He just won this match with Blue Demon Jr. And he's just gonna go on to cut a promo, basically saying, like, you know, there's been a lot of talk about people saying they don't like the way Perros del Mal does things, but it doesn't really matter what anybody says. It doesn't matter what they think, because Perros del Mal, we run this company, and we're gonna keep running this company for however long we feel like it. And he's gonna take shots at Mystico. We got to make sure he's taking shots at Mystico whenever he cuts a promo, because we're really trying to slow build their eventual match where they're gonna have bad chemistry and get like a 64. All right, there's our Super Viernes. I'm not gonna mess around and book any pre-show matches. I kind of just want to get on with it. I think the main event, if this hits the way I think it will, I think the main event is going to get at least an 80. So I'm going to guess that this show is going to get at least an 80. Yeah, they definitely should have pretty good chemistry, but I don't know. Mystico and Volador Jr. had bad chemistry, so I'm scarred. Oh no, Misterioso Segundo sustained whiplash neck strain. Yeah, unfortunate. And he was off his game, man. Gotta get it together, buddy. This is gonna add to his Rudo turn. You know, he's out here losing matches and straining his neck. All right, in a poor match, Black Warrior, Masaki Mochizuki, and Keynes defeated Máscara Mágica, Olímpico, and Explosivo. The match got a 52. This was just a match to officially introduce Masaki Mochizuki and Keynes to the audience. So yeah, that's all this match was for. It was okay. Let me see how, yeah, 42 and a 45. Not amazing. Better than Explosivo and Máscara Mágica though. All right, 71 Wagner promo. All right, we got trios action. Wagner Jr. and Los Hermanos Dinamita take on Atlantis, Mr. Nebula, and Virus and get a 63. This match not quite as good as I hoped. I'm kind of surprised this match got below a 70, but that's okay. You know, sometimes people have off nights. All right, this match got a 73. Los Guerreros del Infierno pick up a win over the the plucky young luchadors, Volador Jr., Ricky Marvin, and the veteran Super Calo. Oh, Ultimo Guerrero pins Super Calo. Boo. All right, yeah, this was just a just for fun match. I wanted Los Guerreros del Infierno to get a win, and I wanted them to have a good match, and they did. Mission success. All right, we get a promo from La Familia Casas. It's a 67. I forgot to look up the name of that group, but I'm pretty sure it's La Ola Negra. I could be wrong. It's a group, I believe it started off as these three guys, but then Mr. Nebula came in at some point, and I think Heavy Metal left the group eventually. There may have been other members. I don't know. I'm a poser. I don't actually watch CMLL. Ooh, this match got a 64. Not great, not great. I mean, not terrible though, but I was hoping for a little better. That's okay though. The important thing is that these guys went over and hopefully will gain popularity and we can continue booking them prominent. All right, co-main event: LA Park, Hijo Del Santo, and Negro Casas. Carry El Dandy, Berioff Jr., and El Terrible to a 75. All right, nice work, guys. Thank you. All right, and promo after the match, just kind of hyping up the crowd, gets a 73. All right, let's see how good this main event does. I'm optimistic. I'm hoping to see an 80. Well, this wasn't the main event. Okay. Vero Jr. and Blue Demon Jr. defeat Shocker and El Connect after Vero Jr. pinned Shocker, but he had the tights. He had the tights. He steals the win. All right, yeah, just a fun pairing here, I'd say. Good match. I know Shocker, we're supposed to be pushing him. But yeah, we were left with no choice. I wanted these guys to get the win, and there was nobody else for them to wrestle. That's why they pinned El Connect. All right, 67 promo. All right, nothing too special, but not that bad. All right, now it's time for the main event. So let's see how this does. I really want to see an 80. Hey, I called it exactly, an 80. There you go. All right, Mystico, Ultimo Dragon, and the Great Sasuke defeat Mr. Aguila and Super Crazy Invierno in our Steal the Show match. It was the main event. Ultimo Dragon pinned Mr. Aguila with the Acai DDT. All right. I'm not about to have these guys challenge for the trios titles, but I'm glad Ultimo Dragon got the win. Yeah, solid match. Granted, nobody in the match really even came close to an 80 except Ultimo Dragon. It seemed like it low key. It seems like the Rudo team kind of under delivered here, but in the end, the match was still good. Oh yeah, Mr. Aguila and Mystico are both off their game. All right, let's see what the show gets. Again, I'm guessing an 80. Oh, 82. All right. That wide angle bonus throws you off sometimes. It gives you like 5 extra points. But yeah, great show. Let me see deal. All right. Well, we probably weren't gonna book him on Televisa anyway, so that's fine. All right, and it's Saturday, which means we're about to go straight into a Televisa. Yeah, Mystico was off his game. That's why he didn't do so well in that match. But yeah, he does some like kind of bounce between like the high 70s and mid 60s sometimes. Yeah, that's true. All right, I shortlisted all these women, but I haven't actually committed to a women's division, so we're just getting emails for no reason, basically. Savio Vega saying heavy metal doesn't connect with the fans. I disagree. I disagree, sir. I know his charisma is a little low here, but I feel like it should be a little higher. I disagree. I think if anything, heavy metal was very charismatic. Like not to say that he wasn't good in the ring, but yeah, I feel like he was he was over because he had style. He had aura, so to speak. It was cool. Anything interesting to look at before we advance? Can we try again with DDT? Just for fun. I know it's been like a week. All right. We'll keep trying. All right, we didn't buy DDT, so let's just book this show. We're close to 8,000. We go anywhere with like a bigger arena. Although, yeah, see, there's a 10,000 seater here, but we draw a bit less. We'll just go here. Can we get some finishes maybe? A big gamble. All right. How about a character idea? Oh, near certainty. Okay. All right, let's go back to finishes. Now you guys have warmed up. A big gamble. All right, no finishes this week. All right, training. I think I want to try to speed book this next show. I've been streaming for about 2.5 hours now. It's pretty hot. I want to go into the other room with the AC soon. Alcanac has demanded a raise. And if you don't quit it, give it to him, he will quit on the spot. I don't like being put into this position, but I definitely don't want Alcanac to quit. I don't want him to go and walk into AAA. Even though he's 52 years old, he's still pretty popular and he can still go, kind of. 79 star. So we're just gonna suck it up and give him the raise. Whatever. We only did it because he's Alcanac. If it was like I don't know. If it was Atlantis, we would have let him go. No, I definitely wouldn't have let Atlantis go. If it was Apollo Dantes, I would have let him go. All right, Super Dolphin doing some karaoke. Stay with me. Bootiki boop boop doo 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 doo. I don't know. Do you think like maybe like what is it, 2004? Maybe Super Dolphin does like a Chingy song. All right, let's do the one match I know we're gonna do already. Let's get Wagner and Black Magic. This is the Tech Masterclass, so we're gonna open the show with this, but let's give them like 12 minutes. Yeah, sorry to the Black Magic fans or the Norman Smiley fans, but Wagner Jr. has to go over here. Let's do this best 2 out of 3 falls. Why not? So you know, Black Magic can score a fall. That's big. Oh, I forgot. I forgot to set Ernest Miller as the damn commentator. Or whatever. Alright, no, this is a non-title match. Thank you for asking. Actually, let's go ahead and put Lance Storm at ringside. All right, fun little match. Let's see. All right, we had Casas, Felino, and Heavy Metal main event last time. Do we do it again this week? Do we keep up their momentum, or do we have Perros del Mal get a win in the main event? You know what? Yeah, I think we give these guys a win, but maybe in the main event we do some sort of Perros del Mal team. So let's book that now to avoid what just happened in the last show where we ran out of people for them to wrestle. Let's do Pedro Gal Jr., Hector, and Blue Demon Jr. Hechicero, you're cool, but get out of my match. Okay, let's see. Who can they wrestle? You know, Ultimo Dragon and Great Sasuke have some pretty good momentum going. And I don't think... Like, I know Ultimo Dragon's the middleweight champion, but I don't think him losing, like, especially like a tainted loss to Perros del Mal. I really don't think that's gonna bring down their stock at all. So yeah, we're gonna do Ultimo Dragon, Great Sasuke, and definitely not Mystico. It would be sick to do Mystico, but yeah, we try to avoid having him take losses. What if we do Hijo del Santo? That's interesting. Or what if we do LA Park actually? Hijo del Santo is too interesting. Okay, and this is our main event. We want, let's give the win to Hector Garza. Open match, tainted 2-1. I don't think we. Oh wait, don't we have like a Blue Demon Jr. finish? Oh yeah, we have a safe bet. Do we have a Hector Garza finish? No, we have an Ultimo Guerrero safe bet too. All right, so you know what? Blue Demon Jr. getting the win here. You know, Blue Demon Jr. is a guy that I really like and I want to do stuff with, but because we ended up not putting the trios title on him, I don't really know what he's doing right now. I thought about building up to him versus Hijo del Santo, but I'm like, what? Am I gonna fucking do a lucha de apuestas and unmask one of them? I don't know if I can do that. That just feels wrong. It feels disrespectful almost. That's the main event actually. We're gonna give him a full 15. Also, there would be no unmasked photos of them in the picture pack. So that's another reason not to do it. All right, let's do book the Casas boys. Right, and who can they beat here? All right, you know what? They got a win over Nicho, Damien, and Halloween. How about we have them go against Perioff, El Terrible, and somebody else. Perioff, El Terrible, and how about Pirata Morgan? He's another AAA guy we hired. Give this a little less time. And let's give the win to Casas. All right, so La Familia, they're really racking up these wins. You know, they're really climbing the metaphorical rankings, the rankings that don't actually exist. All right. You know, we also need to find some new challengers for the tag titles, but I'm not too concerned about that right now. Maybe I should be, but we've got so much time to the next pay-per-view that I'm kind of just like whatever. They could even be in that trios gauntlet too. So yeah, that's another reason I'm not too concerned. They've already had 4 defenses. Anyways, let's continue booking the show. All right, we definitely need to keep building up Shocker. So let's have Shocker get a win. How about we did Shocker and El Connect losing last time. How about we have him get a win? Just keep it simple. Shocker, El Connect, Universo, Apollo Dantes. Logical booking. 10 minutes seems fine. Shocker, you're gonna get the win, buddy. Should be a good match. I keep forgetting that Blue Panther's injured and thinking about booking him, and then I'm like, oh right, yeah, he's hurt. Let's see. I've got Místico and Santo, and I guess they could team with Atlantis. Or I guess they could team with Volador Jr. actually. Now we're talking. Actually, you know what? Why don't we make this a 4-on-4? Switch things up. Yeah. Just to get Atlantis in there too, since I mentioned him. Okay, and let's see. Who can they face? How about we do like Damien, Halloween, and then 2 non-Pedro Stamal guys. Could just do El Dandy and Fuerza. You know, like I said earlier, you can throw El Dandy into any match and it makes sense. All right, and I think it would be fair. You know, let's give the win to Volador Jr. I was gonna give it to Místico, but I was like, I feel like it's been a while since I've booked Volador Jr. to win anything. So yeah, let's have our boy get the win here. And actually, we still need to steal the show match, and this definitely ain't it, but that's fine. Oh, we only have 10 more minutes. Damn. Maybe it's not fine. All right, how about we get Nicho in there instead of Hueza, and we just say fuck it and make this steal the show match. "11 minutes. Damien 666 and Halloween and steal the show match is a little weird. But I think they can make it work. I think I have faith. And you know what? Actually, let's get Dandy out of there. Get Black Warrior. All right, whatever. I'm not gonna rewrite. Yeah, Black Warrior, maybe a little better in a steal the show. All right, we've got 9 minutes left. That's a perfect amount of time for us to get some promos in here, and then we'll be ready to go. Pedro Wow Jr. Let's see. Hector Garza. And Blue Demon Jr. promo for the main event. And once again, they're kind of just shitting on Casas, Heavy Metal, and Felino. You know, they're like, these guys are really so pathetic that they've got nothing better to do than think about us. You know, what does that say about them? I don't care if they're brothers. Gonna drop event. We'll give Shocker a backstage promo. So we got Shocker and El Connect. And they're talking to Shelly Martinez. And Shocker is kind of once again, you know, teasing going after the heavyweight title. He's like, you know, we just beat Universo and Apollo. Aren't those Dr. Wagner's buddies? You know, aren't they in a group together? You know, that I would say that's 2 down, 1 to go, right? Okay, and who else got a promo? I mean, I guess I feel like we always book like Santo or Casas to got a promo. But you know, they're the ones with the promo skill. Don't blame me. All right, we're gonna have this be a hype promo. Who are they wrestling? I think. Oh, they're taking on Pereoff, El Terrible, and someone else. Let's see. Oh, Pirata Morgan. All right, whatever. They don't have any beef with Pirata Morgan. He's just there. Have their promo be after their match. It's they're hyped because they won, so they go backstage and they cut a high promo. Boom. Did we put Shelly Martinez? It's very important. All right, there you go. 85 minutes exactly. We have 10 more minutes if we want to use them, but I don't. Well, if we book another match, we're gonna get penalized. So yeah, we probably shouldn't do that. So I think we could just leave it at this. I'm almost certain we forgot to book somebody. Yeah, Osmo Guerrero and Rey Bucanero. Sorry. Here, we'll give them a consolation pre-show. 5-on-5. Consolation pre-show 5-on-5. Let's go. Let's get Ultimo Guerrero, Rey Bucanero, Vampiro, Nicho. I don't think we booked Nicho on the show. Did we? All right, never mind. Mr. Aguila and Juventud. This is a fucking all-star team. Oh wait, no. Juventud and Vampiro don't like each other. I forgot. Hold on. I'm sorry. Let me adjust. Is there nobody? Is there not another Perros del Mal guy I can throw in here? Oh, you know what? Tarzan Boy, technically. a part of this group still. So we'll get him in there. All right, there's not a ton of options here, so let's do Lance Storm. We'll do Lance Storm, Super Calo, El Pantera, Mascara Sagrada, making his first appearance in the entire episode, and Starman. Alright, it's kind of an insanely stacked match for no reason on the pre-show. We're just gonna no funny business. Ultimo Guerrero gets the win. Now let's have it be open. Go crazy, everybody. Nobody. It's on the pre-show, so do whatever you want. Don't get hurt. All right. And let's do one more pre-show match with guys who should actually be on the pre-show. Let's do like Ramstein and 911. Sure. Versus Tony Rivera and El Rayo de Jalisco. And I'm gonna let Sin Caras decide who gets the win here. I'm sure it's gonna go to the Technicos, but I don't know. That's what I said about the last time I did this, and he gave it to the Rudos, so I don't know. Okay, and I forgot that I need to manually add Ernest Miller to all these segments. Oh boy. I already added the segment. All right. That took me a second. Let's go. Televisa, 85 minutes. This main event should be really good. As should this match. I think. I don't know. I'm just gonna guess like we're gonna go a little lower. I'm gonna say like a 78. A 78. I think the main event should be pretty good, but I don't, because this is a steal the show match is my thing. So I'm actually not too sure about having Damien and Halloween here. We probably should have put like, I don't know, Mr. Aguila in here, but we didn't. You know, there's still time actually here. Or actually, no. I think Halloween is slightly better than Damien. We'll leave Halloween. All right, Damien at the last minute being told he has to wrestle on the pre-show. Sorry, Damien. All right, let's run the show. Pre-show. Rams. Oh, well, who won? Oh, Ramstein pinned Tony Rivera. All right. Shout out to Ramstein. Hell yeah. And shout out to Sin Caras. He sees the vision. He sees what I see in Ramstein. All right, and this overly stacked 10-man tag. Tarzan Boy, Los Guerreros del Invierno, and Peste Negra defeated Lance Storm, Super Calo, El Pantera, Mascara Sagrada, and Starman when Ultimo Guerrero submitted Starman. And it's got a 68. Yeah, it really is a crime to have Ultimo Guerrero and Rey Bucanero, and most of these guys really on the pre-show. But you know, at least they got to wrestle. All right, we're starting off the show hot. Dr. Wagner Jr. and Norman Smiley have a 79 tech masterclass. Wagner definitely carried the match here, which is kind of crazy to say. But yeah, incredible work. Just, you know, the crowd wasn't even hot yet. This is just a raw, good match. Yeah, shout out to Wagner. All right, and in a match that was clearly not as good, Shocker and El Connect defeated Los Hermanos Dinamita. Got a 62. Shocker head and shoulders above everyone. Wow, I'm kind of impressed. Yeah, 62. Shocker promo, not so great. He's usually a bit more reliable, but yeah, I guess he just kind of had an off night. What can you do? All right, now we move on to trios action. La Familia Casas defeat Pirata Morgan and Los Perros del Mal. Gets a 69. Not an incredible match, but okay. You know, I'm really looking for. Really, we need Felino and Heavy Metal to gain some pop, I think, and then maybe, hopefully, their matches as a trio will be a little better. Let me take a look. Um, 63, 62. I mean, yeah, because they both have solid stats. Maybe not like amazing stats, but they're both solid. All right, let's continue. All right, their promo after the match gets a 75. All right, good work. All right, 8-man action. We got Hijo del Santo, Místico, Volador Jr., and Atlantis. Picking up a win over Nicho Millonario, Black Warrior, Halloween, and Mr. Aguilar. This was kind of just a no story match, I'd say. But it was a good one. So that's all that really matters. Místico got a 78 here. He's back. He's back. Also, I really hope Lillian Garcia is actually a good color commentator. Because, yeah, these matches are always being held back a little by Ernest Miller. And it's not, you know, it's not his fault. He's trying. You can see that his color commentary stat is improving. But he's just not that great. You know, it is his fault, actually. I changed my mind. Fuck Ernest Miller. All right, Perros del Mal promo gets a 68. Cool. All right, and our main event gets an 80. Solid main event, just like last night. And Perros del Mal got the win when Blue Demon Jr. submitted LA Park. It's kind of a big win for Blue Demon Jr., I'd say. Yeah, everybody in this match hustled except for Great Sasuke. It's unfortunate. Yeah, and definitely the creative finish helped. $82. All right. You were right, person in the chat. Rat on V. You were right. We got another 82. All right, so another successful show. Got a 93, or we made 93,000. What am I saying? I spaced out for a second there. We gained a little bit of pop. We're up to 75 in Central. Wow. We're cooking, man. We're starting to create some separation between us and AAA, because if they're at like around 66, 67 and we're around like 74, 75, you know, that's, you know, we're doing really good. All right. Yeah, the start of the save definitely was a bit rocky for us. I feel I feel like I did better at the start of this save than I did with the AEW save, but it still took me a while to really like get into a groove of booking CMLL, you know? Like when I started off, we still had I think we had 3 shows too when I started, so it was kind of a bit much. But yeah, then when we went down to 2 shows, kind of made a big difference for us. A little more focused. All right. You know, there's something I want to look at. Let's go to our shortlist. I know we just brought in a bunch of guys, but there's some guys here. Like El Theano, let me see. Yeah, he's got 58 pop. And he's good at brawling. Let's see, El Theano. Cause you know, I want to do that trios gauntlet match at our upcoming December pay-per-view. So I was trying to think of trios we can do, and like literally in the middle of this episode, I was like, isn't El Theano pretty popular? And he is. I feel like there was another person that I had like this shortlisted that was pretty popular. Oh, Negro Nevado. Yeah, we might want to bring those 2 and a third person in. Just kind of as a trio who are already over. You know, we heat them up just a little bit before the pay-per-view. They're not gonna win the match, but you know, I don't think it would hurt anything, you know? And also, I don't know what AAA is doing, because how are you not signing these guys? I mean, then again, maybe they don't have as much money as us. I don't know. It would be cool to bring these guys in with returning Silver King, but he doesn't want to talk to us. Son of a bitch. I don't know. I can figure it out eventually. A Scorpion, he's only 25. Oh, he's not really over actually. Yeah, he's still young. 52-year-old Black Dairy. I feel like if I bring in a 52-year-old, he's got to be a Technico, man. He's got to be. Look at him, man. Look at him. I'm gonna make this guy a Rudo. And I mean, I know we have El Theano Jr. on our roster, but I never book him because he's bad. You know, he's only 20 years old. He's only has 8 experience. So yeah, I definitely wouldn't want him as the third guy. But anyways, I'm gonna think about this some more, probably off stream. So I guess it's gonna do it for this episode. If you watched this and enjoyed it, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment. You can catch me on Twitch at Hijo de Amigo. I'm so grateful for every view that I get, every subscriber. I'm up to 50 subscribers on Twitch now. I don't normally talk about that kind of stuff, but I'm proud of myself, you know, to come from 0 to 50 in like the span of a year, I want to say. So yeah, I'm pretty proud. I'm happy everybody enjoys my videos and watches them, or at least everybody who does. I don't really know where I'm going with this, so I'm just gonna end the episode now. All right, thank you so much for watching. I will catch you guys on Sunday with some AEW. Yeah, congrats on 50. Thank you. Hopefully we can get 50 more very soon. Maybe we can do it in half the time even. That would be nice. All right, anyways, I'm gonna get out of here, guys. See you next time. Take it easy.